my new personal favorite stunner is arriving to the game. Her name is Dialyn, and she can transform chain attacks into ultimates without expending decibels. Playing a Dialyn well or playing a Dialyn great, there is a vast difference of knowledge. And in this video, I aim to give you that knowledge. Hello everybody, my name is Hako, welcome into the channel. I aim to teach you Dialyn before this coffee gets cold. Now, let's get to it. First of all, what does Dialyn do? She is the best in slot stunner for all Rupture Agents and for all attack radiants. Her main gimmick is that she can convert chain attacks into ultimates, and she can also trigger these chain attacks outside of a stun window. However, ults are best saved for a stun window, and same goes for her additional ultimate, so mostly we'll be using it in stun windows anyway. Her most important stats are highlighted in yellow, its crit rate and its energy regen, and we want to get 100% crit rate on her, or as close as we can get. Just like Trigger, she converts crit chance into impact. Or, well, Trigger transforms it into daze, Dialyn transforms it into impact. For every crit rate above 50%, she gains 2 impact. And this caps out at 100% crit rate, meaning that we can get 100 extra impact if we cap this one out. Underneath Dialyn's HP bar, you will see that she has her own special little resource, and it's like divided into 2. The first section is a bar, and it's called the positive review bar. This fills up when we do EX special attacks and also accumulates 0.6 every second while in combat. To the right of this bar, you will also see like a little dot. This is called the... let me double check. This is called the customer complaint dot. What this does is that when we have it, we can hold down the attack button and she will do EX special attack get lost. This will basically trigger a quick assist to the character like behind her. So she quick assists backwards, so if she is number 2, she quick assists to agent number 1. Now this attack will work differently depending on how much positive review we have. You will see that the bar has a little notch on it, and that notch is at 90. If you do EX special attack get lost, so hold the attack button, and you have over 90, well, we will trigger a chain attack window, and whatever agent we send in, they will do their ultimate. Important to note is that this ultimate does not expend any decibel from the character that we use. It's just basically a free ultimate. So in most stun windows, for example, you're gonna be wanting to use this, and then the character's actual ultimate, and you get 2 ultimates for one character in the same stun window, which is basically unheard of unless your name is Yishuan. Her EX special attack comes in 3, and they're meant to like be used in kind of quick succession. It's rock, scissor, paper, like Yang Ken Po. And the paper one, so the last one, is like the big one because it applies a malicious complaint debuff on enemy that makes that enemy stun window last for 2 seconds longer, and also increases stun damage multiplier by 30%. And when you use one of the EX special attacks, for the next 8 seconds, it will automatically like pivot into the next one. So it's kind of important to like have enough energy to like see all of this through, or at least close to it. Every single EX special attack costs 25, so if we have 75, we can Yan Ken Po or rock, scissor, paper. The paper, like I said, is the big one, and you want to make sure before every stun window that you've applied the paper debuff at least once on that enemy. And I said that she uses 90 positive review in order to like transform an agent's chain attack into an ultimate. There is a way that makes it cost 60, and it is if we trigger the chain attack window with either Dialyn's own chain attack, so say that we start the window with another character, we send in Dialyn, and then we send in another character. That agent will have their chain attack upgraded into an ultimate, and instead of costing 90 positive review, it will cost 60. This is big. This can also be achieved by using an EX special attack get lost or a quick assist. EX special attack get lost is when we hold down the attack button. And the most safe way to make sure that this costs 60, not 90, is just doing Dialyn's normal chain attack and then following up with the character that we want. Now, before we move on, let's talk about the additional ability. As you can see, there's a lot of text. And this activates when another character in the squad is an attack or rupture agent. Dialyn's EX special attack crit damage is increased by 50%. Now, since we always want to aim for 100% crit chance with Dialyn, crit damage becomes very valuable. And when Dialyn uses her EX special attack or her ultimate, all squad members gain the overwhelmingly positive effect. While the overwhelming positive effect is active, all damage dealt is increased by 40% for 15 seconds. Now this one also stacks, so if you use EX special, EX special, EX special, like the duration adds up. If the duration is less than 35 seconds, she will add on 10 seconds to the duration. Also, finally, the damage of Dialyn's EX special attack scales with whatever rupture or attacker agent she's paired up against. If you pair her with an attacker character, her EX special gets a damage boost of 320% of that attacking agent's attack stat. If it's a rupture agent, it's 400% of that rupture agent's sheer force. So for a stunner, Dialyn is quite hard hitting. So condensed down what does Dialyn provides. 1. She converts chain attacks into ultimates. This is huge, especially for characters that deals a lot of damage through ultimates. Number 2. She debuffs enemies with malicious intent with the EX special Paper. And that's the big hand like coming from above and smashing them. Just like your hand in Paper in Rock, Paper, Scissors. What this debuff does is 2 seconds extra stun time and also a 30% stun damage multiplier. Whenever Dialyn uses EX special or ultimate, she will boost the entire team's damage by 40%. This is a very important and very potent buff, and it's important to like have it up at all times. And the EX special, it comes in 3. Rock, Scissors, Paper. Every part of it costs 25, and like when you start doing rock, like when you start doing the first EX special, you always want to make sure that we end on Paper. We don't want to be doing rock, then might barely have enough energy to do scissor, and then we never get to Paper. Because on all accounts, it just gets better and better. So make sure that you see the entire string through. And if you're out of energy after doing 2 of them, maybe doing some basic attacks, maybe doing a dodge counter just to get some energy so we get Paper out is important. Between every EX special attack, you can also weave in the 2 basic attack, Rock, Paper, Scissors as well. The damage is not that great, and I prefer not to do it personally, but that is a mechanic that Dialyn has. Her absolutely most important stat is her core skill and her EX special, and she's all about that EX special. She starts every combat with 60 positive review, so like 15 short of being able to like see the entire thing through. So I don't start with the EX special when I do an encounter. Instead, you know, I go to town a little bit, 10 seconds maybe with the main carry, and then at the first chance with defensive assist into Dialyn, then EX special, EX special, EX special. Then they're kind of primed for the next stun window. When positive review reaches 90, we will get I keep forgetting the name of this. We will get 1 customer complaint, and with that customer complaint and positive review above 90, we can convert the next chain attack into an ultimate. Now, if we trigger that chain attack by either holding down the attack button while having a customer complaint, Dialyn's chain attack, or her quick assist, the upgrading from chain attack to ultimate only costs 60, not 90. Important. I would say she takes more skills than other stunners, but she's still pretty straightforward. Keep up her EX special buff. Make sure that you've done EX special Paper before an enemy gets stunned every time to apply the debuff. Make sure that you don't randomly trigger the chain attack into ultimate when an enemy isn't stunned, because we'd much rather do it on a stunned enemy. Now, as for Dialyn's teams, she is super flexible. Any team that you have today, and you have a stunner in, take that stunner out, insert Dialyn. So, main core team building when it comes to Dialyn is either an attacker or rupture agent. So let's take Yishuan for example, and then you pair it up with a support. Let's put Lucia. This is an extremely potent team. So you have your main carry, and then you have Dialyn on the second position because she quick assists backwards, and then we have Lucia for the buffs. This is kind of a standard rupture setup. You can also run Yufufu. Yufufu increases ultimate damage by 40%, and Dialyn obviously gives us a lot more ultimates, so it's a really nice synergy. For an attacker setup, you'd take any attacker. For funsies, let's take Ellen, and for the last one, let's take Astra Yao, if I can find her. There she is. This is a very standard attacker setup, and now since Dialyn deals an impressive amount of damage for being a stunner, having a support that can also buff Dialyn like Astra can is kinda huge. Now I could be showcasing every single attacker team and every single rupture team in the game, but you get the gist. Any attacker character, any buffer, or some variations. In this team, for example, you'd have 2 attackers, and this team would work great. Now in this team, Dialyn could upgrade either Ambis chain attack or Orpheus chain attack into an ultimate, but the extra damage would be scaling off how much attack Soldier Ambi has, not how much attack Orpheus has. One of Dialyn's absolute strongest teams would look something like this. Any character that like has a really hard-hitting ultimate gets extra benefit of Dialyn. Evelyn's ultimate hits like a truck, she gains her own resource from it. This is extremely potent. But like I said, she works with all attacker radiance, all rupture radiance, not too much for anomaly. For the disc set, we want a 4-piece King of the Summit. For the 2-piece, you can be a little bit flexible. If an encounter like would allow you to get one more stun window running Shockstar Disco, it can be a viable option. She's also very energy hungry, so having a 2-piece swing jazz is not a bad idea at all. Usually the extra like days from Shockstar Disco, like it's not a game changer, but the extra energy might be. For number 4, we want crit rate. We want to get as close to 100% as we can. For this number 5, either physical damage bonus, attack percentage, or pen ratio. If it's a rupture encounter, pen ratio puts slightly ahead, otherwise physical damage bonus or attack percentage, depending on what the substats are. For number 6, if you have a signature engine, you can afford to go impact on this. If you don't have a signature engine, you want energy regen. The reason why you can afford it while going yesterday's call, which is our signature engine, is that it provides a whopping 1.5 energy per second. Also crit rate as a main stat, it also increases days built, and it also gives 30% crit damage bonus to your entire team once it's fully stacked. This is a very good engine. Hako, does she have any alternatives? She does. Energy is very important for her. And just for showcase purposes, I have a Hellfire Gears at 5-star, and we can see that the energy regen is 1.2. So still a maxed out Hellfire Gears is still like lesser in energy than her own engine. So Dialyn's own engine, it is fantastic for her. The second best in slot is Hellfire Gears, simply because of the energy regen, and this gets like more and more true the more stars you have on it. I personally, on my account, I think my Hellfire Gears is at 3 stars, might be 4 stars. Energy regen is important, and also, since we want crit rate, there's very few stunner engines that actually has crit rate on it, which makes her own engine very good. Now you might be thinking, Hako, what about Trigger's engine? It has crit rate. It does, but the flavor text, none of it can be activated through Dialyn. So, as a stat stick, sure. But you will be lacking energy, and you might as well run an attacker engine with crit rate, because they'd give you the same things, because you don't get any flavor text with that either. So, signature engine, Hellfire Gears, and after that, Steam Oven. Steam Oven is a great free-to-play option. For the Mindscapes, Mindscape 1 is fucking fantastic. Mindscape 2, also fantastic. Slightly less fantastic than 1, and like the optimal stopping points for Dialyn would be first engine and then M1. But if you want to push past that, M2 is amazing, so is M4, and M6 if you have really deep pockets. So everybody, that is how you play Dialyn. Keep up her buff, keep up her debuffs, convert chain attacks into ultimates, preferably at the discount rate of 60 instead of 90. We get 0.6 positive review every second, and you get 7.5 every time you hit an enemy with an EX special attack. Remember to keep track of her buff, don't lose it, and also remember to always see your EX special attack shade through. We want to get to paper and at least once before every stun window, because that will increase the stun window and also make that stun enemy take more damage. She is an incredibly fun character that shakes up the rotation of all other existing characters in the game. And it might be tempting to just trigger a chain attack anytime you want and convert it into an ultimate, but if you do it strategically, preferably during stun windows, you can get a lot more scores out of it. Her really important skill is her EX special attack, and we shouldn't be doing too many basic attacks, too many dodge countering, and we shouldn't have too much field time on her. We switch her in at times to do an EX special attack combo and prepare for a stun window, and also to upgrade our chain attacks into ultimates. Everybody, these are meant to be short, sweet, and easy to understand. If you enjoyed the video, feel super free to leave a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to the channel. I put out Zenless Zone Zero content several times a week. And if you have any additional questions about Dialyn, slap in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you. Peeps, as always, thanks for watching, have a big hug, and until next time, Hako out.
Just fill me with that alcohol, the time is getting slow. No words convince me, beat that soul.